Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Andy Murray plays the Australian Open with a metal hip. It's uncharted territory. As Bob Bryan puts it, and the American lookalike should know. Murray made a drastic decision to have hip replacement surgery in 2019 after seeing it work for Bryan. The relatively untried procedure has allowed Murray to enjoying a much happier moment at the Australian Open than 4 years ago, when the British tennis icon shed tears while telling reporters chronic hip pain left him with little hope that he could make it to Wimbledon that year before he called it a career. At his press conference, Murray, who will play again in the second round on Thursday, admitted these last few years have been tough. The unfortunate streak began in 2017 when a long-standing but previously manageable hip problem became apparent at Wimbledon unease as the British star, who had won the tournament for his third major singles title the year before, could not defend his crown. Murray then began retiring from tournaments, eventually pulling the plug all the way through the remainder of the 2017 season, stumbling along the way from his The 2018 Citi Open in Washington brought his first winning streak in more than a year, but the night's three-set games left an exhausted Murray in tears and forced to retire. Murray closed it in September after a tournament in China and was next seen in Melbourne the following January, where he said with emotion after a first-round loss at the 2019 Australian Open, "If this was my last match, it was a great way to end the game." He went on to tell fans that if he did return, he would need major surgery, and there are no guarantees he'll come back from it. Back in court in Australia 5 months after the trial in August 2018 would work for Murray. The surgery, first developed in 1997 and similar to a total hip replacement, but with a few key differences, has been performed on a handful of professional athletes in other sports, but without a large long-term success story. When you get to the point where you need a hip replacement, it's basically end-stage arthritis of your hip, Alexis Colvin, a New York-based orthopedic surgeon, said Tuesday. Colvin, the U.S. Open's chief medical officer and team doctor for the U.S. Billie Jean King Cup squad, noted that compared to a less invasive arthroscopy, hip resurfacing is a much larger operation because it's open and you go through tissue and layers of muscle. As Edwin Su, the surgeon who performed Bryan's resurfacing, explained in a paper on Murray, the procedure may be preferable to THR in younger patients because preserving a larger portion of the femur can make for later hip surgeries, if so required, more viable. An added benefit for athletes, Su wrote, is that resurfacing leaves them with a larger implanted ball than THR, which in turn can provide greater stability for the rigors of professional sports.